Get NFL Sunday on
Damn
YouTube.
Okay, that I have to keep that in there, right?
Yeah.
All right. Footbap Nation.
Let's ride.
All right, there's no laughing matter, but that was pretty fucking funny. Football's fucking canceled. Football's dead. Football means absolutely nothing anymore. The season means nothing. It's a Mickey Mouse season. Nothing matters. Nick Chubb injured by a Steelers player. It's always the Steelers fucking the Browns over. Fucking Nick Chubb over, one of the best dudes in the NFL as a person, one of the best running backs of all time. It's like him and two other guys that have averaged over 5 yards a carry through their first 6 seasons in like NFL history, and it's like him and Bo Jackson and Jamal Charles. Nick Chubb was the face of the Cleveland Browns franchise for the last 5 years. He was the only offensive player on the Browns in my lifetime that was played at that elite level for multiple seasons, and he was playing at that level for 5 seasons straight. Minka Fitzpatrick and the Pistlers stole our sweet prince from us, our leader of the city, our leader of the Browns, and it's fucked up, man. And Ryan lost a player in fantasy, but this is bigger than fantasy. This is about Nick Chubb, and we just want to take a moment of silence here, a little quick moment of silence here, Paul, and everyone just say some prayers for Nick Chubb. All right, and now let's get back into the scheduled program for today. Paul, do you have any thoughts on the Nick Chubb situation first off?
Well, I was gonna say funny enough, but nothing's funny about this. I was at the Jonas Brothers concert.
So it's your fault.
Against my will, I wore a Chubb jersey there.
So it's Lauren's fault.
You could say, I don't know, there's plenty of blame to go around. I was one of the few people there in a Browns jersey with it on my phone the whole time. And
oh God!
when it happened, I sat down for like 30 minutes and just could not move. It was like I got punched in the head. I could not think, could not process anything. They scored a touchdown like literally the next play.
It didn't even matter. It didn't even matter. I don't even remember. I don't even remember who scored that touchdown. I don't remember what even happened. Like I genuinely don't even know what the play was. I know we threw for a touchdown because I remember seeing after the game that Deshaun Watson had a touchdown thrown. So he must have thrown for a touchdown. I don't even fucking know who it was to. It definitely wasn't anyone like special, because I mean I think I would have known if it was like Njoku or whatever. But yeah, dude, he like right when I saw Minka dive at his knee, and like in normal time, and the way he went down, like just from and you couldn't even see the knee from that angle, right? But right when it happened, I was like, no, dude, I think Chubb might have gotten hurt. And then like they showed him like laying down, and I was like, oh my fucking God, I can't believe it. And then like at first, like he grabbed Elijah Moore's hand. I think like Elijah Moore was like about to help him up, but then he like stopped and reached back down for it. I literally, like, I didn't even mean to do it. Yeah, I didn't even mean to do it, but I had my phone in my hand, and I literally like slammed my like hands down, right, and didn't even realize I had my phone. I fucking threw my phone on the carpet, obviously, but like threw it down, and I literally stood up and I put my fucking hands on my head, and I like was walking around the house. I was literally like, I couldn't even believe it, dude. It literally felt like my world like shattered. Like it was so bad. I couldn't focus on anything the whole rest of the game. I didn't care about the game. I didn't care about anything that was happening. Literally nothing mattered for, it's not even just that next play. The whole rest of the half, can you even say anything that happened the rest of the half? I have no idea what happened the rest of the half.
It was just a blur.
Oh God, even like the rest of the game, like the only things I remember from the whole rest of the game was like that fumble return for a touchdown at the end. Outside of that, I couldn't tell you anything else that happened, because I was just, it didn't even matter. All I could think about was Chubb. I was in such like disbelief, and not to down, first of all, it's just classic, like Browns, Jets, and Bears are cursed to like literally fucking suck forever and always have terrible things happen. Not to even downplay anything going on with the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. But like, I feel like this this is so much more hurtful for the sheer fact that we had Nick Chubb for like 5 years, you know?
Right.
Like this wasn't like
spot of the team.
Yeah, he was literally the heart and soul and the face of the team for 5 years, you know? Like, and not only that, but he was every single Browns fan's favorite player. Every Browns fan I know, their favorite player was Nick Chubb. The whole city like loved him, man. It's so fucked. It's so messed up. It's so unfair. Like yesterday, like now we've had a little more time to like process it. I barely got any work done at work yesterday because all day long I would like be starting something and then just think and be like, literally just be like, Nick Chubb is such an awesome dude and like such a great guy that I was like, it's just not fair. Like my mind couldn't process like how something so unfair could happen. Like it still doesn't even make sense to me, like how that could even happen. It's fucked up, dude.
That's how I felt. Like literally, like you mentioned, the whole rest of the game, I didn't really give a fuck. I had my hands on my head. I was just sitting in the seat while everyone's.
Yeah, that sucks being at a concert and that. I felt so sick and nauseous, dude. If I was there, I'd be like, oh my, Lauren, I have to go home. Yeah, like I'd be like, I can't be here right now. Like actually, man.
The whole next day, like all I think of is like that could have been the last time we see him.
No, yeah, that's all I was thinking. Right when it happened, and I knew it was bad. Right, and I already knew that he had hurt that knee before. It wasn't until I like saw that picture against my will that I was like, oh, what? Like that's even worse than I could have ever thought, and I thought it was really bad, you know? So it's the same knee. It's going to be multiple torn CLs again, cartilage damage again. I don't know if he dislocated anything again. I think last time he did it, he tore his hamstring too. Like I don't know what's, I feel like they haven't said anything like fully on like what's happened. The jury's still out. But it's fucked up, dude. It doesn't feel like real. And I was telling Chip yesterday when I was talking to him on Discord, I was like, it feels like a friend of mine just like died or something. Like that's how it felt like
yesterday.
Yeah, like
I told Greg and Ryan, I was like, it feels like a fucking family member died, even though it's not that serious. It's like the shock is still like crazy, you know?
Yeah, and I was thinking of it right now because I was gonna say like I was like, man, this is the worst moment in my like sports fandom history, and then I was thinking about it and I was like, well, you know, the Buckeyes missing that kick and like all this stuff, but then I was thinking about it and I was like, those are just like singular like game moments that like really really sucked and were horrible. Like I don't think anything could compare to like your favorite player of all time in a sport like getting hurt like that, like potentially career ending. Like man, I really don't think there's ever going to be a moment in sports for like the rest of my life that could ever compare to that. Like I don't think there's ever going to be a Browns player you know, or probably NFL player in general that I ever like more all time than Nick Chubb. You know, like Nick Chubb was going to be like a Hall of Famer. He honestly was probably on his way to be like the only player in NFL history to average 5 yards per carry for his whole career, you know, for a certain number of carries and stuff. Like it's fucking crazy, dude. So yeah, no, I don't know if I'll ever. I think I was telling Molly, I was like, I really don't think I'll ever get over it, you know, for like the rest of my life, because I'm probably still. It's still kind of like with Derrick Rose, but like 10 times worse because this is a Browns player, you know.
Yeah, every time I see the Browns, I'll just think of it like
exactly. It'll be like monthly for the rest of my life. I'll probably like think about Nick Chubb and just get really sad, you know? Like, God, it fucking sucks.
Gotta hope for the best. Hopefully a miracle happens and he's just back next year, but you know, it's a long shot.
Yeah, next year seems like if he comes back at any point and I just get to watch him play football, even if he's not what he used to be, that would be a lot better than like having it taken away from you like that, you know, like not knowing that it's your last time watching somebody like that, like would suck, you know. But if Nick Chubb came back and did like kind of like a farewell type thing, not like that obviously, but like if he came back and you kind of knew it was towards the end of his career, like that'd be nice. It would just really suck to be like out of nowhere not expecting it taken away forever. But I guess now let's get to fantasy.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fantasy. I wonder I don't even remember what our matchup of the week was. Let's go over the first score.
I don't think I looked at anything after the Chubb injury. I just didn't even care.
Yeah, I don't really know what anyone's scores ended up with or anything, to be honest. I didn't look at my score the whole time because I knew I lost. Played Austin. He got 30 points from Kirk Cousins. It's fucking classic. Austin's team sucked outside of Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, basically.
I didn't even know Kirk at almost 30. That's fucked.
Yeah, he's the number one quarterback in fantasy now because of that. Literally because of that, because he got 16 points the week before. He got 30. Even worse though is obviously the plan all week was to start Amari Cooper. He gets ruled out Sunday just to get ruled back in on Monday. And if I played Amari Cooper over Dotson, then I would have won this week. Love that. Ayuk got hurt in the first quarter. That fucking sucked. He like barely played the rest of the game. Garrett Wilson got hurt late, and Zach Wilson missed him on I don't know if you watched any of that game, Paul, but Garrett Wilson could have had maybe not 3 other touchdowns, but he had 3 different chances for long touchdowns that Zach Wilson missed him on. That fucking sucked. Broncos defense I played the Broncos defense a favorite at home against the Commanders in a game that had a 38-point over-under, and they combined for 70 points, and they got me 0 points. That was fucking obnoxious. So not a good week. I lost to Austin for the first time ever. That's how you know this week was fucked up. I lost to Austin, beat me for the first time ever in our fantasy league history. So now he's 1-7 against me. He was 0-7 coming into this. Fuck that, dude. Stupid bullshit. Football means nothing. Let's check out your score, Paul.
Yeah, football means nothing.
Yeah, walk us through your score, Paul. Let us know what happened here. It just hurts seeing that you left this man. Go ahead and just go take it away, Paul.
I don't really remember, honestly. I just threw in the highest projected, I think, and called it a day because I really didn't think I had a chance with fucking, I don't know who I'm thinking of.
Burrow.
Sure. But Jerry, Judy, and Ridley just kind of fucked me. But yeah, I don't know. I thought I picked in my pick'ems thing the Texans would win, and I don't know why I didn't play Nico Collins.
I know. I was pretty surprised by that.
I was so hyped up by Judy finally playing, I just threw him in. So
it's actually hilarious because my thought process for why you would put Nico in over Jerry Judy was Jerry Judy's playing in a projected bad matchup, projected low scoring game. Then it ended up being actually they scored a shit ton. It's just Jerry Judy did literally fucking nothing in it.
Yeah.
So Paul loses this game 97-94, basically. Let's just round up. 97-94. This was actually, because this happened before Monday night. I was actually paying attention to this game just because it was you and Chip, and I was kind of getting updates from both sides, especially when you went on your little miracle run at the end with Saquon and Brian Robinson. Basically, there was a point where Chip was projected to win 95-61, and then in the second half, Saquon and Brian Robinson combined for almost 50 points, and Joe Burrow went from 0 points to 16 in the second half of that game. Basically, Paul, you had a shit ton of you scored 60 points in the second half of your game for between 3 people, right?
Yeah, and freaking Ridley caught 2 touchdowns that were out of bounds too. So
dude, Zay Jones caught a touchdown that was out of bounds. I think 2 of them. There were 4 total plays that Trevor Lawrence was just barely throwing them barely throwing bad passes. It was pretty crazy to watch. Because I had that game on for some reason. Oh, because it was Kansas City. I was watching Pacheco and shit. By the way, Pacheco, shout out to the Chiefs who ran the ball 1 time the entire first half. Wasn't working, and then they ran it, 15 times in the second half, and it worked. And it's maybe you should fucking run the ball. Why are you guys who only have Travis Kelce to throw to, why are you running it only 1 time? It's insane. I don't know what was going on there. But either way, so Chip looked like he was clearly going to win. Paul gets these miracle second halves from mainly Saquon and Brian Robinson. Basically, Joe Burrow just stopped fucking his own ass in the second half. He didn't really pop off. He just made up for scoring nothing. And then it looked like, Paul, you were going to get an easy win, right? You admit it. Yep. You were feeling really, really good heading into Sunday night.
I did. Because I was watching the Sunday night game. I was like, okay, the first half maybe combined Stevenson, Mostert, and Waddle, they maybe had 8 to 12 combined points between the three of them.
Uh,
And then the second half happened, and it was just bad.
And yeah, Mostert scores 25 on Sunday night. Ramondre 13. Waddle 10 is like not really crazy, but still like good. So Chip went in to that Sunday night down, like 46, 45 points or so. Gets like 48 points on Sunday night between three people. I'm like Mostert, I want to say he had like a 40-yard touchdown run at one point, and yeah, and Ramondre scoring any touchdown is crazy. In case you were wondering, Paul, Ramondre scored 4 touchdowns all last year. Like, think about how bad luck of like he sucked.
It was already over at that
Ramondre
point,
has been sucking this year. But yeah, well, no, it wasn't over yet because he only won by 3.
Touchdown happened, and I think he was like within like 4. And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to bed. And then whatever. I didn't even see the Stevenson touchdown.
That Stevenson touchdown was late. No, Paul. I think you're thinking of something else right now because if you look at this, you lost by 3. So that Stevenson touchdown is what won it. I remember
Freiermuth left, and he was projected like 7. But he just
so you're saying so you were expecting like a Freiermuth game. Okay, yeah. Luckily not luckily for you, but yeah. Freiermuth
2 catches all year.
Yeah, for 5 yards. So I thought that I remember watching it and thinking. So you had a different like opinion on it because you were thinking that it was over even if Stevenson didn't score there.
It was like within 6 or 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I probably lost.
I see what you're saying now. I remember thinking like there's a chance that Freiermuth only catches 1 fucking pass that game again, like does nothing, and at that point. Chip wins by 3, so he was basically up by 2 then. So take away that touchdown, like down by 4. Like my thought process was, I don't know if Pat Freiermuth is gonna score 5 points. So I mean, he got what he needed. A close loss for you, close win for Chip. Chip is 2-0, and you are 0-2, Paul, which is crazy.
I've never been 0-2, which is nuts.
Yeah, I've definitely started in our league. The worst I've started, I had a season I started 1-3, and another I started 1-4. I barely like made the playoffs after. I don't even know how. But let's go. By the way, Austin is 2-0. Which if anyone that Austin already has as many wins this season as he did all of last season. Even though he's like scored barely any points this year. That's so fucking annoying, man. I should have. I can't believe. I wish there was never any news about Amari missing. Like if they would have just said he was like questionable or something, like I probably would have been like, I got Elijah Moore. But like the fact that they were like, he's unlikely to play, like he's not gonna play, like it's so fucking lame. All right, we got Nick versus Gorman. Gorman wipes the floor with Nick. Gorman wins 125-101, one of the highest scoring games of the week. Gorman gets 23 points from the Steelers defense. Nick got like a crazy game from Rashad White and James Conner and Christian Kirk. I mean, just everyone's players. Oh, Gorman got the DeAndre Swift game, dude, and ran for like 175 yards.
The unfortunate thing, too, Jamar Chase lays an egg again, kind of, and Najee. Instead of T. Higgins, if he had T. Higgins, he would have.
Oh, if he had T. Higgins, he would have won, I think.
Yeah, so there's that.
Yeah, that's a trade that, wow, that fucking sucks, actually. Yeah, so I bet Dewey won. Okay, so Gorman beats Nick, and now let's check out Dewey's game. I'm guessing he's at the bottom. We're going straight to Dewey's game, though. Dewey lost. What? Okay, so I think we went over it last week already, but Dewey traded Najee Harris and got T. Higgins. Even with T. Higgins scoring him 25 points, Dewey still lost by 13 to Ryan, who Nick Chubb got hurt. All right. Okay, so
Montgomery got hurt too.
Yeah, Ryan had Nick Chubb get hurt. He had David Montgomery get hurt. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams popped off. Kelsey had a solid game. Josh Allen had a good game. Drake London had a good game on his bench, and Gabe Davis. Remember last week I was talking to Ryan and I was like, I think Gabe Davis maybe instead of Tyler Algier. But Dewey also had Jamal Williams get hurt for him. I don't know why he started the Jets against Dallas, the Jets defense against Dallas. That seems stupid. Nothing would have helped anyways. It's just kind of surprising that Dewey lost by 13 with the guys. He had 3 guys score 20 points, and he lost by double digits. Seems insane. But I guess that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm
Good
like,
for Ryan. First win for
yeah,
Ryan.
Ryan's
Keeping
first
that downhill
win.
strong.
What did it cost Ryan? It costed him everything. It literally costed Ryan only did fantasy because he wanted Nick Chubb on his team.
Yep. So, yeah.
Bummer,
Every other
but
thing just keeps it paying for him.
yeah, a good win for Ryan, but honestly, the price of that win might be too costly. Kyle beats Dave. We have some crazy standings looking at this. We'll go over the standings after this. Kyle smokes Dave.
Has Dave ever been 0-2? I feel like that hasn't happened.
I don't think so, no. Because Dave is another one of those people that him and Steve both are like undefeated against Nick and Austin, and their schedules for them, I remember, opened up with them like most of the time. So they were just like starting every season 2-0 basically. But yeah, Kyle beats Dave. Dave gets smoked. Dave's team is fucking shambles, man. I mean, Dave is out here. Dave is dead ass, like throwing Damian Pierce, DeAndre Hopkins, Cole Kmet, and AJ Dillon in his lineup every week and like calling it like a decent lineup. Like, he's got no one to blame but himself, right, Paul?
Yeah, Kamara, now that Jamal Williams was hurt, maybe he'll be able to plug him in, but still.
I mean, he's still got a couple more weeks before Kamara comes back, right? Isn't it like week 5? Oh.
Week 4.
Oh, interesting. I thought he was out 4 weeks, but yeah, you might be right. He comes back week 4. So he'll get a boost from Kamara, and then obviously he's going to start not playing A.J. Dillon, probably playing Pickens or something. I don't know. I think Dave needs to make some moves, man. I'm not even going to lie. I really think he does. His wide receiver, he's not doing his what?
I was going to say he didn't do his homer pick, and now he's probably going to start Pickens every week, and he's going to suck.
Yeah, he missed the Pickens weeks, but he'll stick with it. Yeah, Dave's just not looking great. Kyle, I wish I had James Cook. Kyle's quarterback situation not looking great. How the fuck did he score 100 points? This team doesn't even look like it did anything.
Just Lamb in the defense.
Lamb and CeeDee Lamb, his defense, and James Cook, I guess, just carried him to over 100 points somehow. That's kind of crazy. He had Mike Evans on his bench, man. He started Josh Kelly against the Titans defense over Mike Evans. That seems crazy. Didn't Mike? Yeah, Mike Evans had 16 points the week before. He didn't even need him, actually. You know, Kyle actually, this isn't a lie. Kyle actually did text me. Dave's team is so ass. I'm going to play Josh Kelly against the Titans defense over Mike Evans and still smoke him by 20 plus. And he was right. He beats Dave by 35. Yeah, he 35s his ass, and then Steve comes out. Steve beats Mike by 30 also, but Mike has a good scoring week. It wasn't Kyle beating Dave was Dave's team sucking. Steve beating Mike was not because Mike's team sucked. It's just Steve's team went off. So Steve had McCaffrey. Steve. This game was over because Thursday night ended and Devontae Smith and T.J. Hawkinson basically scored 50 points together. So it was over then. Especially when you knew the Cowboys were going to be playing the Jets. Like it didn't matter what happened. Like those Devontae Smith and Hawkinson alone having those games, knowing you're going to get 20 and probably 15 from the Cowboys defense, this game was just over before it started. Like Steve's team looks really, really good.
Mike did put up a good fight, though. I'll give him that. Yeah,
no, Mike put up a really good fight. It's just Steve's team played really well. Wow, Marquise Brown actually did something. I didn't. He caught a touchdown. That's why I was like, wow, I didn't really realize that. Yeah, Steve. I mean, yeah, Mike's team is looking good. Daniel Jones with 30 on his bench. Holy. And Russ and Daniel Jones outscored Lamar. That's crazy. Yeah, Mike's biggest issue right now is that he has Alexander Madison. And Alexander Madison looks like he fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked. I thought he'd at least get be a solid 10 points per game kind of guy, but it's just ugly.
Yeah, I didn't know what to think about him because he just hasn't looked good the last 2 years. But we'll see what happens with Madison. I don't know what Mike's strategy is going forward. So those were the matchups this week. Let's go over the standings because the standings are nothing like we could have ever predicted for the most part. So Chip is 2-0, the newcomer, playing really well. He's probably one of the higher scorers, like maybe fourth. Yeah, fourth highest scorer. Chips 2-0, Austin 2-0, huge surprise. Austin has never made the playoffs in our league history, actually. So Austin's looking to make the playoffs for the first time. It's got probably his best start ever. I can't imagine he ever started 2-0 ever. So Austin's going to want to ride that momentum. Look, when you're Austin and you haven't made the playoffs in this league and you start 2-0, that man better get out there and start grinding fantasy, because he might not get an opportunity like this again, right, Paul?
Yeah, he's set up for success, so
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah, so Austin's looking like he's going to make his first playoffs in history. Gorman 1-1, me 1-1. Austin has an 84% chance to make the playoffs. That's crazy. Paul 0-2, huge shock. Lowest percent chance to make the playoffs, 29% chance. Paul, for anyone who doesn't remember, me and Paul are the only two teams that have never missed the playoffs. And me and Paul are not looking great right now, especially not Paul. Paul, I won't take away from how bad it's looking for you right now, but we do both look pretty bad right now. Any thoughts on your own 2 record, Paul? Like, what do you think? Where are you thinking you go from here? Do you have any faith?
Well, Saquon hurt, Dobbins did, Burrow calf hurt, so I'm probably gonna have to start someone shitty. It's just not good. I don't see where I get any better.
Yeah, that's fucking tough, dude. I've got like 4 injuries on my team too. I don't even know what's gonna happen. Nick 0-2. Then we go to the West Division. Steve 2-0. Steve, after coming in last place technically last year, Steve got first place, last place, and now he's in first place again this year. So I guess he's just becoming a wild card. Kyle 2-0. I feel like Kyle's always up there, especially early on in the season. Early on in every season, doesn't it feel like Kyle starts off like 4-1, like 5-2, 6-2, and then somehow, some way, his team just like kind of crumbles. We'll see if that happens again. But he's off to another hot start. It seems like he's always off to a hot start.
He's always the early season favorite to win it all, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Let's see. Ryan 1-1 got his first win. Let's fucking go. Mike 1-1. And now another huge surprise. Dave 0-2. And another huge surprise also, Dewey 0-2. Dewey, was like the favorite to win it last year going into it, and then he benched T. Higgins randomly. And remember, he lost that because of T. Higgins, and then he would have won it all if he just won that week. He would have won the next 2 or the next one or whatever the hell happened. So Dewey to go from contender to 0-2, and then Dave missed the playoffs like back in like 2016 or like 2015 or something like that. I can't remember. And then he's made it every season since then. So it's shocking that, and not only has Dave made it every season since then, Dave basically has had a first round bye in the playoffs for like 5 years straight. I'm actually shocked he's only won it one time, right?
I think just once. Last year he made it to the championship.
Yeah, so he got a first and a second, but it's crazy because Dave basically had 5 straight years of like getting handed an easy path to the playoffs, and somehow he only won it once because he was getting that bye week every single week or every single year. So it's shocking to see Dave be 0-2, but I'm sure somehow he'll bounce back. Like I said, I don't really like what I'm seeing from his team right now, but maybe when Kamara comes back, he'll be like so good that he can just carry Dave's team or something. Plus he's got Tyreek Hill. God, it's got to hurt getting 40 points from Tyreek Hill and being 0-2. That's crazy. All right, so highest score on the year is Steve by a lot. Actually, lowest score is Nick, but it's like but it's not like too far off. Basically, second highest score to least highest score is like they're all like pretty close, pretty much. Everyone's pretty close. Just Steve is like far and away above everyone else. Least scored on is Kyle. Most scored on is Dave. So maybe there we go. That's a silver lining for Dave. 0-2, but he's the most scored on. So that might be what's going on there. Dewey also third most scored on. So we might have figured this out. Dave looking to make a comeback here. Let's go to this projected playoff bracket. Steve, if the season ended today, Steve would get a first round bye. The 2 seed would be Chip, and he would be playing Mike in the first round as the 7 seed. The 3 seed would be Kyle, playing Ryan as the 6th seed, and Austin would be the 4th seed, playing Gorman as the 5th seed. Man, like, could you imagine, Paul, if the playoffs ended today and like me and you both weren't in there, and it was like Gorman, Austin, Ryan, Mike, Chip, like it would just be all new faces basically, besides Kyle and Steve, dude, and kind of Mike. I feel like Mike is like every other year, kind of. That would be like 5 newcomers almost. Like that would be so insane, or 4. So those would be the playoff teams right now. What'd you say?
I said it'd be interesting to see, like, besides Steve, anyone else win that.
If this happened, if this is how the playoffs turned out, I'm just saying it right now, Kyle's getting his first championship. It's nothing against Steve, and it's nothing against Chip. It's nothing about anyone else. But Kyle had a chance a few years ago, and I think he made like a bad start decision in the championship. That's how he lost to Dave, I think. And then last year, he was like kind of close then too. Like I want to say finished. He lost in the semifinal. Like Kyle's had a couple years where he's had a chance. Like I think Kyle, I don't even know anyone's team off the top of my head for the most part, but I think Kyle's just due to win one. Like you don't just get that close like twice in 4 years and then just never win it, you know, unless you're me, I guess, where I fucking got like 2nd and 3rd place and like maybe another 3rd or something, and I haven't won it since 2017 or whatever the hell. But I already had wins, so I guess that doesn't count. The teams not in the playoffs would be me and Paul, 2 bum asses playing in the first round of the losers bracket, Dewey and Dave, and then Nick gets rewarded with a first round bye for getting last place. That is fucking hilarious. That's amazing. That is amazing. Holy. So that's the playoff bracket as of right now. Man, it would have been really nice to be 2-0. There it is. Ryan changed his name at 1:30 today. Looking at the final standing projections, Steve's projected to finish first. No surprise. Austin projected to finish second. Pretty surprising because I kind of think that Kyle, who's projected to finish third, I would have expected him to be projected above Austin, but Kyle's projected third. 4th place projected is Chip. I honestly would have expected Chip to be a little higher too, but I guess they're all 2-0. 5th place projected Mike, just not budging from that original spot they projected him at. Ryan projected to finish 6th. As everyone remembers, I think Ryan dropped from projected 1st to like 9th or something, and now he's back up to 6th. 7th is Gorman. 8th is me projected. Dave's still projected to finish 9th. So Dave 0-2 still projected to finish 9th. So they're expecting big things from Dave. I think this is all pointing to a Dave turnaround, right, Paul?
Yeah, they know what he's got up his sleeve. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, and then Dewey projected to finish 10th. Nick projected to finish 11th, and then Paul is projected to finish last place. How is that feeling, Paul?
Never thought I'd see the day, but you know, that means I can only go up from here, right?
True, yeah. Nick is the highest faller right now. It looks like he's dropped 9 places from his original projection of finishing second. Steve is the highest climber. He's gone up 7 places. Chip's gone up 6, and I've gone up 4. And yeah, those are the bullshit standings that mean nothing. Let's get to the recent activity, Paul. How about it?
And boy, was there activity.
Oh yeah, there's activity. So first off, Paul added Zach Moss before Sunday. I was actually thinking of adding him, but I didn't like. The only person I think I would have dropped would have been Gainwell, and he already played Thursday, so I couldn't pick him up. Not that I expect too much from him, but he did have a good game this past week.
Yeah, I had Deion Jackson, who had 13 carries for 14 yards with 2 fumbles. So I was like, okay, he's not going to start anymore. He didn't. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Literally no carries. Good.
So because of all the injuries and stuff, things went insane. Ryan drops $53 on Jerome Ford, which leaves Ryan with $24. Nick Chubb, number 24. And I think Ryan's already come out and said he's not spending another dollar of his fab, right? He's keeping the 24 all season, which is going to fuck him over.
He said he's going to keep Chubb in the lineup, but we'll see if that's actually true.
Yeah, we'll see. That would be pretty bizarre. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So Ryan gets Ford for $53. Mike gets Kareem Hunt for $40. Paul picks up Matt Breida for $15. No one else bet on Matt Breida.
I want to see, when you're done with this, I want to look through the amounts that other people did.
Yeah, so Chip adds Jared Goff for 15, which is kind of crazy. Chip, if you're listening to this, I don't know why you spent $15 on Jared Goff. That seems absurd. Paul, I don't know what you think.
Have a quarterback? I put in.
He has Justin Fields. I know he has Justin Fields.
All right, well, it's not terrible as a backup then, but still shocking.
Yeah, it's shocking just because I think there's a lot of good quarterback options. Because people picked up people and shit. Yeah, I guess I didn't pay attention to who was picked up.
Didn't work.
Yeah, Stafford was. Yeah, okay. Nick gets Hunter Henry for $11. I don't think anyone bid anything on Hunter Henry for whatever reason. Dewey picked up Stafford for $3. Okay. Austin picked up Josh Reynolds for $3. Paul picks up a defense for $3. That's so fucking classic.
Patriots, man.
And I picked up the Chiefs for $2. Mike picked up Baker for $0, and Ryan changed his name to Get Well Nick Chubb. Yeah, if we check the offers reports here, let's see. So Ryan spent $53 on Jerome Ford. The second highest bid was $16. Kareem, Mike spent $40 on it. Second highest was $20. Matt Breida, $15. No one else bet on him. Jared Goff, I wonder if anyone else bet on him. Okay, so you spent $2 on. Oh, Paul was looking for a QB. Who's your quarterback?
Burrow, he's hurt, man. I gotta
get. Wait, who did you even end up with? We gotta see how shambles this like.
Nobody.
No, you missed every single quarterback. This was such a good week for quarterbacks too. No, that's so fucked, dude. How pissed are you right now? When you saw that you got none of the quarterbacks, how pissed were you?
Well, I thought I'd get Stafford at least, but I just $3 on him.
That's amazing, dude. I cannot believe that you got outbid on every quarterback. That sucks. And then the rest are just everyone putting $1, $2, $3 on defenses, $0 apparently. I think I did. I put it. I didn't even mean to put $1 on. Yeah, oh man, if we got outbid, that would have been so sweet. If I outbid you by $1 on the Ravens defense, right there, you would have been pissed. Let's see what you would have to deal with if you missed out on all those. You would have had. You would have. Well, I guess the Jaguars against Houston isn't bad.
Yeah. I think I put 3 or 4 claims just as a backup.
Yeah, no, I put 5 or 4 claims in because I basically viewed Chiefs, Patriots, and Jaguars all as the same, and then I had Ravens as the backup and maybe someone else. Those are the recent activities. I don't think there's been any trades or anything, right?
Nope, just Najee and whatever the hell last week, but yeah, nothing much is going on. Unless, who was that? Someone was talking. Oh, Mike and Gorman were possibly striking up a deal. They were talking about that in the group chat.
Yeah, Mike did not seem happy about that at all. Did you hear how pissed he was there?
Yeah.
I'll read it out to anyone that isn't in the group chat and might be listening along, or maybe they missed it. But Mike was so mad he screenshotted the trade request and sent it to everyone to put Gorman on blast and said, "Can't do it, Gorm." And then Gorman said, "Make me an offer I can't refuse. You need some wide receivers and I've got them." And then Mike goes, "I don't need an injured receiver and a running back who averages 3 points per game." and then follows it up with, "I don't need receivers." And then then I'll slide someone else. Yeah, Mike was pissed about this. Gorman and Mike got into it. Wouldn't you say that was definitely a mini fight, right?
That was a subtle jabs here and there type of deal.
Yeah, they were taking some jabs, and now we're on to week 3 matchups. So let's check.
Can we we'll see in a minute. I
No,
just
no,
want to
no.
see
Go.
what Mike's receivers are because he says he doesn't need
Oh,
one. I
okay.
want to see if
So
he's telling the
yeah,
truth.
actually, I looked and I didn't really think so, unless DK's out. So he has Devontae, DK, Marquise Brown. Like, don't get me wrong. I think I said it earlier. I think Marquise Brown sucks as like a football player, but he's gotten 7 and 14 points. So what can you ask for? If Mike were to trade Kareem Hunt, dude, I mean, like, if he could probably get something good for Kareem. We'll see.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, Gorman wants him, so. All right, so the first matchup is me versus Nick. I have right now I'm projected to win by 4. Paul, do you have any takeaways from this matchup?
I see a lot of question marks for your side, so
Yeah.
come down to that.
Yeah, I don't think Ayuk's gonna play. I'm not sure about the other two. If Ayuk doesn't play, I don't even know what I'm gonna do because we'll see what happens. I wonder if
Thinking of also my sleeper pick of the week, Jamar Chase 30 bomb. I'm sorry, but I think it's
yeah, no, because he plays Monday night too, and my luck on Monday night is
okay.
not good. So I think Nick moves his lineup around a little bit because he only has. Oh yeah, so he put Hunter Henry in at tight end because before he did have 3 guys Monday night. But yeah, Nick's. I think that Nick's gonna win this one because he's got 2 people on Sunday night and 3 people on Monday night or something. And everyone knows that my kryptonite is Monday night games. I don't have anyone playing on Monday night, so unless I'm up by like 80, I agree. I think Jamar Chase is probably going to go off. I think Jamar Chase scores minimum 20 points on Monday night. 30 would not surprise me. So yeah, I'm not feeling great. I think it could be close, but I think that Nick's going to win that just because of the Monday nighters.
By miracle, Burrow doesn't play right now. They have not released anything, so we'll see
Yeah.
if he actually plays or not.
But even if he doesn't play, think about that. If he doesn't play, whatever backup they have is going to throw to Jamar Chase 16 times. So I don't think that helps me out at all. Now it's you versus Austin, and obviously this is where Austin loses. Finally, he's not going to win 3 in a row. Yeah. Okay. This is the exact. I had this same logic. Okay. You might not want to hear this because this logic didn't work out last week, but I said the Bengals aren't going to start off 0-2. There's no way. So they're going to beat the Ravens, but then they lost to the Ravens. So my logic, I'm going with the same logic here. There's no way Paul starts off 0-3 and Austin starts off 3-0. It doesn't make sense. But go ahead. How are you feeling about this matchup? Right now, Austin is projected to win by 8, but I don't think you've set your lineup or something, or I don't understand why. How could you be projected so little then?
I don't even know. I mean, Goddard hasn't done anything, and he's like a top. I don't know. Tier 2, I'd say tight end, and he's done nothing. So he's at 7.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. You got to lower your standards for Dallas Goddard. He's just not him.
Behind Andrews and Kelsey, there's what we got.
Behind Andrews and Kelsey, there's. Let's take a look. Let's take a look down here right now.
I want to know. Everyone after them is even in my mind.
I'll give you. It goes Travis Kelsey is tier 1, TJ Hawkinson is tier 2, and Mark Andrews is tier 3. Those are the first 3 tiers in my opinion personally. And then after that, I think that there's a tier of Hunter Henry, Evan Ingram, Hayden Hurst, Darren Waller, Sam Laporta, Logan Thomas. I think those guys are all. Dalton Kincaid, I think will get there eventually. So I think there's a tier Zach Ertz, of guys that are these are guys that you can count on to basically not give you less than 4 points. They're not gonna Hawkinson and Kelsey and stuff and even Hunter Henry, those guys can get you 15 points plus in a week. Hunter Henry's already done it twice, and Mark Andrews too. That other tier is just people that you're hey, they're not going to give me 0 points, and right now I'm not going to lie, I don't know where Goddard falls. I don't know where Goddard falls, Paul. I'm just going to say that. I don't even see him on here.
He's proven it this week. Well, he's had 2 horrible starts.
Oh, no. There is no way Paul's rostering the tight end 47.
This is where it begins, man. I'm telling you.
No.
Don't worry.
Shigeoko, he got hurt. He still has more points than Dallas Goedert.
All right. We'll
No,
reconvene after this. See where he's at.
Yeah, no.
But yeah,
you're fucked this week, by the way. You're fucked.
Yep. I know. I'm not.
I take it back because you're gonna fucking lose. Because I'm looking at it right now. You're not fucked just because your own people. Okay, yeah. So your Joe Burrow is hurt. He might not play. Amon-Ra is hurt. He might not play. You're starting Zach Moss. Dallas Goedert sucks. You're out here just throwing Jerry Jeudy in every week like he's a weekly start. What is happening with you and Jerry Jeudy? Explain to the people. The people deserve an explanation.
That's not set completely. It's
okay.
But I don't know. I think that Jeudy is better than how it seems. Like, he's a better player. He's just on a shit team. Eventually, they'll use him how he should.
Oh my god. Until Jerry Jeudy shows me some film of him looking like a really good wide receiver, I'm just going to chalk him up to just being mid. I've seen nothing but mid from this guy the entire time he's been in the NFL. For your sake, I hope he does good. And for the league's sake, because we don't want you to start 0-3. That would fucking suck. The only positive of you starting 0-3 would be Austin starts 3-0, and that would be like a fantasy football miracle of a lifetime that's never going to happen again, you know? But you're fucked either way. Austin's going to beat you because he's got Kirk Cousins against the Chargers. Do you know what the over-under is on that? It's like 56 points.
That's going to be a sweet game.
And he's at home. Kirk Cousins at home, not prime time, 56 point over-under. Oh, Travis Etienne against Houston. He is going to carry the ball 25 times for 170 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, last year he did well against them both times.
Miles Sanders, Austin needs to. I don't know why Austin drafted Miles Sanders. I mean, I guess he has to start him because what other running back is he going to put in? I honestly would put Jaylen Warren in over Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders sucks, dude, and his team sucks. So you're lucky he's starting Miles Sanders and he's not going to take him out because Miles Sanders is going to only get him 6 points. Justin Jefferson's going to score 30 points.
Yeah.
He's going to get 60 points from Kirk Cousins and Jefferson again.
It's over.
And then Etienne's going to score 30 points. Chris Godwin's... Philly's defense is pretty good. Njoku's not good. Not good. He has never... People need to stop having expectations for him. He's not great. And then Austin just throws Courtland Sutton in there. Like, he's lucky Courtland Sutton had like 2 points up until the last like 4 minutes of that game. But I guess he's getting him double-digit points. Can't complain too much about that. Meanwhile, Paul's fucked. Yeah. Do you feel good about? Okay, I will say no. That's okay. Okay, I'm throwing it out. Let me give the case for Paul right here. Brian Robinson Jr. Bills defense, run defense, fucking sucks, and any team can like run all over them if they really try. So Brian Robinson might get another 30-pointer. Calvin Ridley will have a bounce back. He's getting 25 points, easy. And then Nico Collins is going to score 21 points this week. So you might have a chance. If Amon-Ra doesn't play, you're fucked.
That I have to play Jeudy.
Okay, Jerry Jeudy prediction. He catches 4 passes for 35 yards, and Nico Collins is on your bench again for another like 6 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown.
I'm not. Yeah.
You're starting Jeudy. You're starting Jeudy.
No,
I don't want you to start anything but I want you to start Jerry Jeudy again. I want you to.
No. I can't.
That would be funny as fuck though. But honestly, like, I do think it's like kind of a toss up because from your perspective as someone who believes in Jeudy, because I don't believe in Jerry Jeudy. So that's what my perspective is. Like, from my perspective, it's like, well, how the fuck are you not starting Nico Collins, who's doing really well? But from your perspective as someone who like believes in him and believes in that talent, I know you are so afraid that he is going to catch a 70-yard touchdown and you're going to watch it and he's going to be on your bench. That's what you're afraid of with Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, dude. This could be the week. I have bad luck. Each week I've had a guy on my bench just pop off. So
realistically, I think you and Austin are going to have a close game, and for your sake, I hope that you pull that off. I don't know how great I feel about it with all your injuries, but anything can happen. Chip versus what? Okay. Oh, because Austin Eckler is projected 0 points. I wonder if he's going to play. Chip versus Gorman. Even with whoever Chip puts in, I think he's still going to be projected. He probably picked up a. Okay, he's starting the Giants team. All right, either way, Chip is projected to lose to Gorman as of right now. I think this game's going to be close. I think if Chip has Austin Eckler this week, Chip's going to win. If he doesn't have Austin Eckler, it's going to be close. What do you think?
yeah, that's what we said last week. We thought no way he wins without Eckler, but he did it. So
Didn't Dave score like 70 points though, right? Or am I thinking of a different game?
That was it was against me. I had 93. But
sorry.
But Gorman, he just popped off one for like 105. So Gorman's team isn't bad.
No, yeah, I think this is going to be a close game. Right now, if I had to pick a game of the week, I think I would pick Gorman and Chip. But we got a lot of games left. Not a lot. We have 3 games left. Wow, Dewey versus Steve.
Holy
Steve
shit.
is projected 116 and Dewey 99. This is our biggest spread of the week. ESPN is basically saying Steve's guaranteed to win.
Dewey going 0-3, I can't see it. But at the same time, Steve's team is nuts. So I mean,
yeah,
it's not looking good for him.
Steve's team is stockpiled with players that I wished that I wanted that I didn't get because I was at the 12th pick and had to I missed a lot of guys, had different strategies. I wanted Ken Walker. I wanted Olave. I wanted Devontae Smith. I wanted Zay Flowers. Literally didn't get any of them. I never had a chance to, honestly. Besides Zay, I did have a chance at Zay, and I wish I could have taken him there, but I panicked and took a running back. Yeah, Steve's team is stacked, but I really don't think Dewey's team is that wrong. That bad. Who is? Oh, McCaffrey. Yeah, McCaffrey's. I thought you said Jeffrey's a cheat code. I was like, who is Jeffrey? Dewey's team isn't bad. I really don't think Dewey's team is bad at all. I think this would be closer than it's projecting, but I think it's going to be. I think Steve's just going to drop 120, and Dewey's going to lose like 120 to 110 and be pissed because he's like, dude, I scored a lot of points. This sucks. But this has game of the week potential. This has upset of the week potential on it. We'll come up with that at the end. Oh, game of the week. Dave versus Mike. This is the game of the week. Game of the week. Mike is projected to beat Dave by 6, which is a big spread. If anyone's, a long-time listener, a long-time fan of the Footbaps, it's usually Dave projected to beat Mike.
Yeah, it's been that way throughout history, but Mike could be turning the corner here.
Mike is turning the corner because I'm going to throw it out right now. Mike is winning this matchup. I don't see how Mike could lose this matchup. How could Mike lose this? I don't know.
If Metcalf doesn't play, so I don't know about his.
Wait a second, dude. Dave just edited his lineup. Did he know we were recording? Remember, he had someone else, and it wasn't. He had dude. He changed everything. What the hell? Dave is listening live right now, but he kept AJ Dillon in. That's not. I don't know if I agree with that. Go ahead though.
Yeah, I was just gonna agree with you. AJ Dillon instead of Hopkins. I'm shocked. Hopkins gets 10 targets a game no matter what. So.
Okay, I will say Hopkins kind of sucks, but AJ Dillon also kind of sucks.
Yeah,
he's fucked. I guess. Dave has projected a lot of fucking points, and I guess that has to do a lot with Hurts and Tyreek. Okay, when you have 2 people projected 20, that'll do it. If they projected okay, that'll do it. I think Mike wins this one, but I think this is the game of the week. I mean, Dave is looking to not start 0-3. That would be so huge. We have a lot of headlines this week. Dave trying to avoid 0-3, Dewey trying to avoid 0-3, while Steve's trying to go to 3-0. Paul's trying to avoid 0-3, while Austin's trying to get 3-0, which would be crazy. This is going to be a crazy week. I think Mike takes this one, but it's also how could you ever project Dave to start 0-3? It's the same thing with you, Paul. Like, how can I pick two guys that are perennial playoff teams to start 0-3? But it might just happen. This might be the craziest season yet, Paul. And a Mike and Dave game of the week. Everyone loves to see that. And now, a moment of silence for Nick Chubb and Ryan. Kyle projected beat Ryan. We're not gonna.
He still has Chubb in there though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you actually play the guy,
oh yeah.
you'd be projected to win.
So if Ryan put Tyler Algier in, Ryan would be projected to win by like 6 points. So we're gonna go based off that. Ryan is projected to beat Kyle right now. It's gonna be close, man. It's going to be close. I think this might be the closest game of the week. Actually, looking at it, I think this would be the closest game of the week. I don't know. Do you have any feeling on who you think's going to win this one?
That's a tough call. I think it depends how much the Lions use Gibbs without Montgomery now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Yeah.
If he's like used in every play, then I feel like Ryan doesn't have a shot.
Yeah, agreed. It'll also depend on Brock Purdy, because if Brock Purdy like lets Kyle down, like only scores like 10 points or something, because Christian McCaffrey could easily just like get them up a few scores, like Christian McCaffrey could score 2 touchdowns, run all over them. Maybe Brock Purdy has like 100 yards and like a touchdown in the first half, and then they like don't have to pass the rest of the game, So that's always a risk. And Aaron Jones could easily sit. I think this game's going to be really close. Ryan versus Kyle. Kyle's looking to go 2-0 or 3-0, and Ryan looking to go above 500 for the first time this year. Now, Paul, we need your absolute lock of the week. I don't know if you've had the games pulled up or if you need me to scroll through.
No. I'm picking Steve. I think it's an obvious one.
Yeah, that's the easiest lock of the week.
Yeah, there's potential for an upset, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Agreed. I think Steve's just a clear lock. Steve's probably going to be the lock of the week every week until like someone else steps up. Until he plays like whose teams do we like? I feel like we like. Is it Kyle's team or someone's team we like?
Yeah, usually Kyle is projected a lot, but
yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Kyle's not projected a lot. I don't know if he had an injury. Oh no, he didn't. I don't know, kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah, lock of the week, Steve. I agree with that. Do you have an upset of the week?
Let me think about this. I don't know if I'd call it an upset. I don't want to say it. I feel bad. But
say it.
If I pick Nick, is it?
Oh, you motherfucker! Yeah, no, I guess that counts. Even though we're pretty close, I am projected more points. So, yeah, I think I said, didn't I say I think I'm gonna lose though? Oh yeah, because he's got all the Monday nighters. Yeah, so I think that's a good upset pick. Yeah. Unfortunately, who is gonna be the highest scorer of the week?
Probably Steve. Besides Steve, because Steve's gonna be the obvious one. That's just not fun. Let's pick another one. I'm gonna go with maybe Gorman. I'm gonna go with Gorman on that.
Who's Gorman playing?
Doing pretty well.
Oh, Chip. Yeah. Do you want to say Gorman lock of the week also then? If you don't want to say Steve, or do you want to keep it at Steve?
Shit. Yeah.
No, keep Steve. You can do just as long as you don't pick Steve twice. That's how I see it.
Keep it separate.
So Gorman is the lock, or Gorman is the highest scorer this week, as predicted by Paul, and Steve lock of the week. Nick is going to pull off the upset of the week. And yeah, man, I mean, we have Paul, Dewey, and Dave, and Nick. That's 4 teams that like you don't want to start off 0-3. Like your season's not over, but you've dug yourself a huge hole if that happens. So that's going to be an interesting one. It's kind of funny. Everyone who's 0-2 looks like they play a 2-0 team besides Dave, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, no. Did I miss anything, Paul?
I don't think so. I think you missed the segment where we talk about Zach Moss being the new
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach Moss is the new Jonathan Taylor. He's going to save Paul's season, and my upset of the week is going to be Paul over Austin. I'm locking my own upset of the week. It's going to be Paul over Austin. Paul's not starting off 0-3. We're all counting him out because his team fucking is injured and sucks. But Austin's never been in this position before. Austin's going to crumble under the pressure. Paul's not going to allow himself to go 0-3. Paul wins this week. Paul doesn't start off 0-3. And I'm going with my highest score of the week. I think my highest score of the week is going to be okay, hear me out. This might sound backwards, but I think Austin has the best chance to be highest score of the week.
The Chargers Vikings game. I got to root against my Vikings.
Damn it, dude. So I can't pick Austin because Paul's my lock of the week. So my highest score of the week, I'm gonna project my highest score as I'm going to project it as Steve. It's a safe choice. It's a safe choice. I'll just pick Steve.
I like it.
And then what was the other? I don't even know what the other one I asked you.
Upset of the week.
Oh, upset of the week was you actually.
Oh.
Yeah, my upset of the week was you. So actually, yeah, my lock of the week is going to be. My upset of the week is going to be you over Austin. And my lock of the week is going to be Dave over Mike because I don't think that Dave's going to start off 0-3 either. You two are not going to start off 0-3. You guys are both going to win.
One of us will. And it's probably
Man, if one of you two starts off 0-3, that would be the craziest upset in Footbaps history. But also, I do have to agree with you where I think, and it's not even about your team. It's the fact that Austin has crazy matchups and his guys could go nuclear. But yeah, that's the Footbaps episode. Football fucking sucks. We all hate football. Get well soon, Nick Chubb. We love you. We're all devastated. And Paul, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I want to express my love for Nick Chubb. I'm officially ranking him higher on my list of favorite athletes ahead of LeBron. This
Good.
might be big news.
It's about time. That's actually huge breaking news.
Yeah, so that's a big deal, and that just goes to show how much this hurts.
Yeah, this really hurts. I don't think we're gonna recover. I think this kind of took a lot of the fun out of this season, but we still got Footbaps, and we're gonna try to have fun with it. But it's gonna hurt for a while. Anyways, we'll see you guys next week, Footbap Nation.
Let's ride.